Tonight, more jobs gloom for Dundee as a second construction firm goes to the wall within a week. Land and Building Services blames the loss of fellow firm McGill as a major client for its collapse.
There was money due to the company by McGill's, so it would be a factor, but it wasn't the only factor. Obviously, there were monies due by other companies too.
Also tonight, Aberdeen MP Ross Thompson is removed from a Westminster bar by police following an incident. Could the Highlands lead a robot technology revolution in the workplace?
And I'll be live at Pittodrie for Aberdeen against Rangers, while Stephanie's at Dens Park for Dundee against Kilmarnock as we look ahead to a big night of Premiership football.
Good evening, I'm Ben Phillip and this is the STV News at 6, live from Aberdeen. Good evening. As a second construction company collapses in Dundee, it's emerged McGill had £28 million of work on its books for this year. The firm was a major client for Land and Building Services, which has also been forced to call in administrators with the loss of 27 jobs. A senior member of McGill's management has told STV News the firm requested a loan 3 months ago to tide the firm over until they received payments for work, but that was refused. Lynn Rankin has the details. And Lynn's with us now. Lynn, more details emerging about the financial situation at McGill prior to this collapse. The Scottish Conservative MP Ross Thompson was confronted by police in a Westminster bar last night following allegations that someone had been groping male visitors. 3 men are said to have been involved, but no arrests or charges were made. Well, for more on this story, we are joined by our Westminster correspondent Catherine Sampson. Catherine, what do we know so far about this? Catherine at Westminster, thank you. 360 police officers will be put on standby to deal with incidents related to Brexit. Police Scotland has become the first UK force to give details of its plans for when the UK leaves the EU. Here's our political correspondent, Ewan Petrie. 2 men have died after falling on a Munro in the Highlands. Concerns were raised for 2 men in difficulty on Ben Hope in Sutherland yesterday. A search operation involving the Assynt Mountain Rescue Team and a Coast Guard helicopter was launched. The helicopter crew discovered the walkers' bodies shortly after 2 o'clock this morning. Music lessons that helped create generations of world-class performers in Moray could gradually fall silent as a result of a council budget crisis. The head of Murray's music department has quit in disgust at proposals to raise the cost by almost 90%. Ian Ramage reports. Offshore Union RMT has repeated its call for an independent public inquiry into helicopter safety in the North Sea. MPs have been debating the subject in the Commons. 33 people have died as a result of incidents in the last decade. All involved Super Puma aircraft. Now, something for those looking to get back on track with their New Year's resolutions. An Aberdeenshire man who completely transformed his body after being teased about his appearance has released a guide to help those struggling with weight loss. He's told me why he wants to promote a more realistic approach to getting healthier this year. Scotland's first robotics showcase has been taking place in the Highlands with the latest cutting-edge machinery on display in Inverness today. There are some fears the technology could cost jobs, but experts say in most cases the machines will work alongside humans to make businesses more effective. Nicola McCally reports. And that brings us onto the sport with Chris Harvey, who's at Pittodrie for us tonight. Chris, the Dons are unbeaten against Rangers this season. What are their chances tonight? And that takes us on to the weather with Sean. And Sean, a few of the weather watchers have spotted some icebergs around Scotland.
Yeah, just on the banks of the Dee a little bit earlier on in Aberdeen. You can see it's a collection of ice and also snow, and it wasn't alone. There was actually quite a lot of it earlier on. Temperatures in Aberdeen today about 5 degrees Celsius. It's likely that this has come from further up the river where temperatures are still around freezing at the moment, but it will be turning a lot milder in the next couple of days with some wind and rain. Let's head off, have a look at the forecast.
And that's all for this Wednesday's edition of the programme. I'll be back with the late news around 10:30 before Scotland Tonight. We'll of course have all the results from the football as well. From everyone here, have a very good evening. Bye-bye.